Hello, folks. We're back on track.
Back on.
I want to thank Andrew for last week for taking my place. I was out of town. I was out of pocket. Couldn't make it. We got a good show lined up today, but we want to talk a little bit about our sponsors first, huh?
Yeah, talk about our sponsors.
We got to talk about Benny Neely. In fact, I got a letter from him. He wants to be my friend on Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Benny Neely, Benny's Big Store. Stop by. Check the Wednesday specials in the papers for Benny's Big Store. Man, they got some great specials. They got some good stuffed roasts, and the meat department over there is fabulous. They got some fabulous meat.
Got a nice turkey, too. I've seen some beautiful turkey.
They got muscadine. You can make wine with. They got anything you want, and if they don't have it, I guarantee you they'll get it. They got a sporting refreshments and bars and all kind of sports drinks and nutritional stuff. They got a flower shop. They got a you name it, they got it. Benny's Big Store right there on Union Street.
Sugar cane that you can peel.
Yeah, I was riding by there yesterday and I saw a guy, and he was wheeling a basket back. One of the guys that, you know, they bring your groceries out to the car for you. And he was riding, he had the basket turned around back, he was pushing it, and he was riding it. Anyway, stop by Benny's and tell them we told you to stop by.
Yeah.
Thorgill Seasoning and Butcher Supplies, Ted Bellard. I had a good visit with Ted the other day. Ted was doing some work out on his farm, one of his farms anyway. And it's good to see. It's always good to see Ted. Ted and I go back a long way. Shoot, we took a big old boat to Key West one time together, and we just spent a lot of time on the water together and other places. And we had a good time, and it's always good to see Ted. Visit him at Thorgill. Thorgill's coming up with all kind of new stuff. They got a bake. You can learn how to bake cakes now. They got classes coming up, cooking classes. They're building a new building. They bought that generator place next to them, and stop by Thorgill and visit them. They got a great kitchen in there too, you know. And last but not least, the American Bank and Trust, Ronnie LeChute, all his good staff over there. Laney Deasy, got to mention Laney now. She runs the branch bank over on Cresswell. She got on my butt for not talking about her. So Laney, we hope you're doing good.
Yeah, Laney on your high now.
What you got going on, man? Let's talk.
Well, we got the Holy Ghost Fair this past weekend, which came out beautiful.
Did you go?
Yeah, I went.
Well, I had some cars. I passed by it. I didn't stop.
Yeah, I went and walked around and seen what happened, and it was very healthy. A lot of people in the parade.
Oh, man.
And we also had the Vanderlyn Don had a horse trail thing, the step-in trout.
Step and stretch?
Stop and stretch. That's what they call themselves.
What?
Step and stretch.
Step and stretch?
Yeah, that's what they call the trail ride. So that was a success from the look of it. They had a world of people there. So we had a lot of activities in Appaloosa this weekend. Yeah,
Friday night I went to the Zydeco deal over there, the Downtown Alive there.
Yeah, Downtown
by the courthouse,
Alive.
you know. Yeah. And it was real nice. I got to see the Baques.
Sure enough?
Yeah, the whole family was there. Well, the boys weren't there, but Cindy and Debbie and their parents were there. Mr. and Mrs. Baque were there. Billy Baque and his beautiful wife were there. And boy, I got to visit with him and sit down and went and danced. And we cut up. We had a good time.
Yeah,
got I got to see Tooks LeStraps. Remember Harold LeStraps?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was his daughter Tooks. I hadn't seen him in years and years.
Was he there himself, Harold LeStrap?
Huh?
Was he there? Is Harold still around?
Oh, yeah.
He still is? Yeah. I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Oh, he's been retired for years, but he was our clerk of court.
Yeah, I know, but I hadn't seen him around.
Or was it our assessor? Maybe it was assessor, huh?
I think that's what he was, assessor, yeah.
Yeah. I remember, let's see, Hal Sylvester was the clerk.
Yes, Harold.
And then after him came Donald Dogan.
And then they got a doctor's wife was a clerk of thing too one time. I forgot her name.
Patty Kemp.
Patty Kemp, that's correct.
In fact, John Kemp, Dr. Kemp.
Yeah, Dr. Kemp.
His brother was playing in the band at Beau's Garage. You know that the old Bordelon Chevrolet place?
Yeah.
He was playing in the band over there. He plays in the band over there. He's a cat daddy. You ought to see him, man.
know?
Yeah, he wears a hat and some sunglasses, and he wears a coat and tie with some blue jeans, and he plays the harmonica, and he's good too.
Harmonica, that's a good instrument. There ain't too many people can handle that.
I know it. Look, you ever see this thing you gotta wear? You know why I wear it? I've started wearing it. I hate these things to wear your glasses. I don't like the way it looks, but doggone it, I lose so many pair of glasses, and they're expensive. Yeah, I mean, they're prescription, they're expensive, and so I gotta have a way to keep them. So
yeah.
I must have 100 pair of glasses around my house, but I've only got 2 or 3 prescription pairs.
I want to give my condolence to the doctor, which is my doctor, Dr. White's. Had a niece that passed this past weekend. They had a funeral for her. I want to give my condolence to him and his brothers and sisters. Y'all have my condolence, Dr. White, and I'll be seeing you today. As a matter of fact, I got an appointment with you today at 2 o'clock.
What's the funeral arrangements, you know?
They'd already had the funerals this past Saturday.
Oh, they had it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, our condolences go out to Dr. White. He's a fine, fine man.
Yeah.
And also Miss Jack Del Buno, Miss Dale, I call her.
Sure know.
My mother-in-law for years and years and years. Passed away at 94 years old. You might remember Jack Del Buno, everybody does. In fact, I saw one of his students this morning at Walgreens, Iggy Castillo.
Oh, yeah?
You know Iggy?
Yeah, yeah.
Iggy was one of his students, and of course he's got a lot of students all over.
Sure enough.
You know, he taught at Sunset as assistant principal for years and years with Duas. You know, he just got to be friends with all those boys, and just a sad, sad deal, but poor Miss Dale, she was 94 years old.
That's a good age.
You know, her body just gave out. I mean, it just couldn't go anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
kind of like, what is his name? Rooney?
Andy Rooney.
Andy Rooney.
He was 92.
Yeah, he just retired a couple of weeks ago, and I guess he was tired at the time he retired.
Last time I saw he was pulling some cotton out of some bottles of medicine. He said, why do they put cotton in bottles of medicine? I wanted to call him and say, Andy, I think it's to keep the moisture out of the medicine. I don't know. But anyway, he was a great guy too, man. We're going to miss him.
Strange answers for everything.
Yeah, he was 92 years old.
Yeah.
And I got to see my friend Albert Geary.
Albert Geary.
I saw Albert, boy, he was dressed in camouflage. He was looking good, boy. He was at that banquet. And,
by the way, they're going to have the debate today at 1 o'clock on Channel 10.
Go ahead now.
Darlene Montgomery going to conduct that.
Who?
Darlene Montgomery.
Darlene Montgomery,
yeah. She's going to conduct that today around.
You know, she's from
Opelousas, yeah. I know I know her from a baby.
Yeah, you know, without going into big details or anything, mentioning any name, you know, it amazes me how people go to lengths to attack the character of people that do good things for people, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people hurt people just to hurt them, and I think it's wrong. I think it's really wrong, because you know, there's people that do things for this country and communities and things like that do really, really good things. And not everything goes right all the time.
No.
Okay? I've had my share of hard luck, and God knows, you know, I'm at the top of the list probably when it comes to being bad. But I, you know, I try to give back to my community, as do other people, and when people, and when something goes wrong and people go to extremes to exploit them, you know, that's wrong. I just really think that's wrong. So next time you just maybe think a little bit about what you say about people and how it affects them, you know?
Oh yeah, I understand that too. I
You know.
understand that very well. But that's the way the nation is today. People love to knock you down.
Well, yeah, I mean, and especially the people that do the most for the community.
Matter of fact, they got some people that work for you want to knock you down.
I swear.
Getting a living from
but
you.
I mean, you know, in the news media, and
Yeah.
hey, I may be guilty of some of it too. We got a call the other day. Well, Daniel White got a call the other day from a guy that said, what did he tell you?
He told me that you need to leave the
Mexicans?
Mexican out your mouth and Robaca out your mouth.
You mean Obama?
Obama, I want to say.
Yeah, he said, if you don't, how did he tell you that? If you don't quit talking about Barack Obama and the Mexicans, the illegal Mexicans, you're going to lose all your business.
That's correct. That's what he said.
That's what he told you?
Yeah, exactly.
What did you tell him?
I told him, I said, well, we're going to see what's going to happen. I said, now you need to call and tell Shawn that yourself. I told him that too.
Yeah, because you're not the only one that talks about him, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, but he wouldn't tell you who he was.
No, he wouldn't tell me who he was.
Okay. Well, anyway, we just talk about what's going on. But I guess we're as guilty as most people about what we do sometimes. But I guarantee you, to hurt somebody that does good things for our community, it hurts me to see that happen, you know. I ran into Miss Velma Thibodeau. It was good to see her.
Miss Velma Thibodeau.
I'll tell you what, we had a party in Walgreens the other day. I stopped to get a bottle of Maalox. Every now and then I get a little indigestion up in my, up under my kind of sternum right here. And I hit a little shot of that Maalox, you know, and it knocks it out right quick. So I get to do that. So, and I was in there, and I'm telling you, everybody was in Walgreens. It was about, I'm gonna say 9 o'clock in the morning.
Sure enough.
9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, they're 24 hours. That's why. 24 hours.
This is in the daytime.
And 24 hours, they packed with people night and day.
But they're not open 24 hours.
Yeah.
Walgreens?
Yeah, Walgreens 24 hours.
I didn't know that.
You can even go at the window and get your service.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I guess we ought to knock people like, we ought to not knock people like Bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. Huh? Shoot, I'll be damned. But anyway, moving on to the next line, we got to talk about our Tigers, our LSU Tigers. I don't want to mess with Alabama no more if I ain't got to.
They're still #1. I didn't get the whole story.
Man, I had people from all over the United States calling me about that game, man.
Sure enough, what happened?
I'm telling you. Well, they won 9-6. Nobody scored a touchdown. All field goals, and we're going to talk about it when we come back from on the second half of the show, but I'm telling you, what a game. Yeah. We'll see y'all in a few minutes, folks.
Be back, ladies and gentlemen, for the next round of the show.